Welcome to the prop market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I'll be going over my Week 5 college football prop picks. I just want to briefly talk a little bit about what we have going on so far this year. We've had a really prosperous year. We'll go over our year-to-date picks so far this year, but it's been a great year for us here in the prop market. Last week we struggled, but there's always going to be variance. There's always going to be bad weeks. No one's going to go 100% every week. No one's going 90% every week. And so that's why I say this is an informational tool for you guys. I do the research, and you can just take what you love, take what you like and leave what you don't. And, if it's a kind of up to you as you go through these picks and say, well, I like this pick, or no, I don't like this pick. And, at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to spend your money. So, of course, I'm picking all these picks because I've done research. I've put them into an optimizer. So, I mean, but I wouldn't blindly pick these picks if you don't agree with them. If your eye doesn't see what my eyes see, then and you don't agree with my rationale, then by no means don't pick the pick I'm picking. I'm just giving this as information for you guys. And if you've been just blindly following me this year, you have made money. So you've been very prosperous. Um, I also want to tell you, I get some of these lines, and yeah, they change. These lines do change. If you want to know if they got bumped too high, well, here's how you can figure it out. If my projection is close to what the number is, then I wouldn't take that pick. But if you see that my projection is still clearly under the number that we have, then I would go ahead and still make that pick. Like I said, the numbers change on Prize Picks all the time. I'm noticing that the numbers are lower at the beginning of the week, and towards the end of the week, they start to creep up a little higher. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started. As you see, I've added my Twitter handle at UnderBetKing. It's there because I post picks later on as I get them, and sometimes I have final picks on there. So you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and you can get more up to date picks as I go through them. With all that being said, let's go ahead and go to our recap from last week. Last week, 4 out of 4 wins, 6 losses, 40%. It wasn't our week. 31 wins in total, 18 losses, still at 63%. Like I said, if you've been following me blindly, you are prosperous. And I'm at 67% for all sports. I will start doing NFL videos, hopefully starting next week. I feel like I got enough information and data to start that. So now let's go ahead and go to just the last week's picks. You see right there, we kind of took some losses. Penix got pulled early. Hartman, just didn't play well. Daniels from Kansas, I think, he got sacked a lot. So we had a couple picks that we didn't like. I feel like I would pick all these numbers again, but it just happens. Some weeks we just don't hit. So my first pick this week is Carson Beck from Georgia. Carson Beck, part of the #1 national championship team. He has cleared this number of 252 in 4 straight games. The starting running back is doubtful, so that'll put more in his hands to throw. And Auburn has a pretty good run defense. So I see them, his arm being very important here. I don't think they'll just be able to run over these Auburn Tigers that way. So with all that being said, I love Carson Beck over 252 passing yards. I feel like it's a game that he's going to come out and really try to find his receivers and his good tight end. Going back to the well with this guy, Jalen Daniels. We picked him last week. It didn't work out great, but still have faith in him. He's playing against Texas, a team that's really good at stopping the run. And so that's going to kind of force, Jalen Daniels to throw the football more. He'll pass well over 19 passing attempts, which he did last game. He only threw the ball 19 times. I see it maybe being somewhere in the 25 to 26 range. Um, he will have to score to keep up with Texas. This total is pretty high. Um, the total's in the 60s. So, that means they're expecting a lot of points to be put on the board. And Texas has an explosive offense. I don't really love Kansas defense. So I see him definitely having to score. And the weakness of of Texas defense is their defensive backs. So I see him being able to throw the football. I see his running back being able to catch the ball, getting some yaks. So I love his over 210 passing yards. Next guy we got is Sam Hartman. Man, Sam Hartman disappointed last week, but I feel like his number has crept down to a place where we can, feel comfortable picking him. Um, they haven't been throwing the ball a lot, but I see a bounce back week for him. I see, Notre Dame kind of open up the offense a little bit. I think they kind of see that they're not going to be able to win a national championship by running the football and playing good defense. They went and got Sam Hartman for a reason. I see them actually using him now, opening up the game, and Duke will play the run well. He's at we getting him for a discount. And I think Duke doesn't have as good a defense as people think they have. So he struggled last week, but this week I don't feel like the defense will be able to contain the passing game. I love his wide receivers. I feel like they can get open, and I just firmly believe they're going to open up the offense for him. With all that saying, I got him over 241 passing yards. All right, so let's go on to our next pick, Emory Jones from Cincinnati. We picked him earlier in the year, and it didn't quite pan out, but this number we've seen get steamed up from where I originally got it. I originally got him at a really good number, and that number is continuing to go up. So that's probably good for my pick because that means that Prize Picks is seeing that either they put the number too low or a lot of sharp money is coming in on the over. He will have a bounce back game. Once again, another guy who struggled, but I can see he threw the ball 41 times last game. I don't think he will throw that much, but I feel like he'll still get, anywhere maybe 30 passing attempts. BYU is going to fix their run defense. Last week um they just allowed their defense just got ran on over and over again. They weren't able to stop the run. I feel like that'll be a major priority this week. Emory Jones came in with a very low number for his projections. As you see, he's averaging 242 passing yards. I got him projected at 254, and his number's only at 215. You gotta love that discount from our projections. So with all that being said, I love Emory Jones passing yards, 215. I also like Emory Jones fantasy score. Um, they just put it out, so I'm gonna look at it a little bit further, but I kind of like it at 17.5. That's something else you guys can go ahead and check out. Next guy, he has three Prop King emojis, and that's Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. I like this pick for multiple reasons. Jackson Dart's a guy that, he won the starting position from Spencer Sanders, who was a really good player. He's cleared this number in every game except the Alabama game, which the defense of Alabama just played awesome. The offense has been a little conservative, which is not like Lane Kiffin. So I look for Kiffin to open up the offense, take a lot of chances this week against LSU. LSU will force Ole Miss to score. At least we hope so, because we do have it packaged with another player. I think they have Ole Miss has a pretty weak defense. So they're going to have to score to keep up. I think LSU will put up points on the board. This is a very high scoring total. We love high totals. We love experience. We love talent. So everything we love in these picks. And we also like a lower number for our projection. When my projected number is 50 yards less, I mean, more than what they have us projected. We love it. They got him over 251. I'm going to take that every time over passing yards. Next guy we're looking at, we're going to go back to the well with Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is playing against, a team that's, struggled, let's be honest, defensively. That's Kansas. Um, they've struggled, defensively, and I don't feel like they're going to be able to really, really just make plays all over the field this week. I feel like they're going to struggle. Um, I don't know. I'm looking around and I'm thinking Quinn Ewers is a guy that has to prove himself still. He has a bunch of talent behind him, but he has great receivers. Jalen Daniels hopefully keeps the game close, so he'll have to keep passing the ball. His average passing yard is 258. His projected passing yards is at 283, and he's coming in at 271. His passing yards has actually went a little lower. I believe I don't know exactly what, 268 maybe ish. So you maybe get it at a lower number, and that's even better. Um, so I would go ahead and take that number 271, but if we can get it lower, that would be great. But I love Quinn Ewers over passing yards. Next guy, I'm picking a receiver. So I'm doing something a little different. But I've seen Brendan Rice play. I've seen Colorado's defense play, and Colorado's defense is just horrible, especially its pass defense. So I see Brendan Rice hopefully getting at least 5 attempts. He'll have, a great opponent to beat up on, and I'm almost certain that he should get his targets. And I think if he gets 7 targets, we win this bet pretty easily. He's going to catch a couple passes and run for a lot of yak yards. You see his average reception is 65. I got him projected at 7D. And like I said, with Colorado's defense, after seeing them in the last 2 weeks, I don't think they can stop anyone from throwing the ball anytime they want. So I love his over 54.5 receiving yards. We got Riley Leonard. I love Riley Leonard here. Average passing yards and 195, projected passing yards 215. He's gonna easily clear this number. I have 3 Prop King emojis for him. He's gonna clear this number with ease. They set his number pretty low. Notre Dame has a great run defense. I think he's gonna have to throw the football. He's supposed to be a projected lottery guy, so there should be no reason why he can't, find a way to get this done. Um, he's very talented, and I think both teams, like I said earlier, will open it up more. Everyone's expecting a low scoring game, but I feel like Riley Leonard and Duke will open it up more. They'll be a little more, active in the passing game and less conservative. So I love his over 197 passing yards. DJ Ule, another guy at 207 passing yards, projected 225. I love his passing yards number here because it's low at 201 for a guy who's facing a Utah defense that's very good, but they're also very good against the run. He has talent and experience, which we love, and the number is almost 20 yards less than, you know, anything else on Prize Picks that we have for him. I love DJU right here. I feel like it's his breakout game. I think he'll get enough passing attempts because I think this game will be close. It's going to be a more higher scoring game than people expect. I also love his fantasy score at 16.5, but we're going to go with his over 201 passing yards. Next pick is Jaden Daniels. This is a guy that we've been riding for a while, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. He's an ultra talented quarterback, and they don't have a running game. They don't have a specifically great defense, and he has really good receivers. And he has talent and experience. And I don't see any way he doesn't clear these numbers until they make him a little higher. Um, he's gonna get opportunities to play, and he's cleared this number every single game. I love his over 272 passing yards. Next guy, last guy, one of the last guys we go to is Spencer Sanders. I mean Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler's been a horse fest this year. He's cashed every single time he's had an opportunity to do. I got him average at 311, projected 332. Oh man, this number's easy. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's go over 263 passing yards for Spencer Rattler. Going back to go over our picks again, Beck over 252, Ewers over 271, Jalen over 210, Brendan Rice over 54.5, Hartman over 241, Leonard over 197, Emory Jones over 212.5, DJU over 201.5. We got Dart over 251.5. We got Daniels from LSU over 272 point five. And then last but not least, we have Rattler over 263.5 passing yards. If you like my video, please like and subscribe it. If you love it, then subscribe as well. Um, Subscribers really help me decide to continue to make these videos and helping you guys out. I mean, subscribing is free. I appreciate you to go ahead and click that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Turn your notifications on so you can get these videos before these numbers climb up any higher. And with all that said, let's have a bull market this week, and everybody have a great night.